honourable lady. A point of order, Mr David Linden.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. On Friday, the director of a business in my constituency attended my advice surgery to complain that the company's visa sponsorship licence had been unilaterally revoked by the Home Office and that 2 members of staff had their permission to work withdrawn. This has caused significant disruption to a company which is already up to its neck in post-Brexit planning. To add insult to injury, the Home Office somewhat crudely inferred to the company that it suspects the 2 individuals in question do not actually work for the firm, which is as offensive as it is baseless, not least because the 2 staff concerned have worked for the company for several years and are an integral part of the team. The company also provided countless items of evidence of proof of work to the Home Office. Moreover, when I personally visited the warehouse this morning alongside local MSP Ivan McKee, I could see with my own eyes where the staff worked and that the work is now literally piling up on their desks. Now, immediately after my surgery on Friday, I established contact with the Immigration Minister's office to request the personal intervention of the Honourable Lady. Now, I firmly believe this is a case of more cock-up than conspiracy, but I'd be grateful for your guidance, Mr Speaker, as to how I may place details of this case on the record. And in the event that the Minister does not resolve this timely, can you advise what further mechanisms might be open to myself to resolve this sorry saga, which is adversely impacting an otherwise perfectly functioning business in my constituency?
I'm very grateful to the honourable gentleman for giving me notice that he wished to raise this matter. He has, to some extent, achieved his own salvation by putting his concerns very firmly on the record, and I say in the gentlest possible spirit to the honourable gentleman, who is a most conscientious parliamentarian, that he could not be accused of excluding any matter of any potential importance at any time from the summary case that he has just articulated to the House. He has made his point comprehensively, and we're grateful to him for doing so. And as a consequence, he has put his concerns on the record to be studied by others. I note that he's already been in contact with the office of the relevant minister, and he did ask about redress or resolution. If that contact does not lead to a satisfactory resolution, I say to the honourable gentleman that there are a number of avenues open to him, including tabling questions and indeed potentially seeking an adjournment debate, a matter in which I have some modest but I hope helpful role myself to play. I suggest that the honourable gentleman seeks the advice of the Table Office on the options. Knowing him as I do, I feel sure that his journey to the Table Office will be made with dispatch.